What up, Heart Squad? Welcome to another Guess That Grade. We are back with one of the most popular series on the channel where you and I are going to be predicting the grades on some very rare Pokemon cards. Go to a grading service and then in the same video, reveal the results, reveal the grades on those same cards and see if you and I were right. And today, we got some nice ones, including some Crystal, is that Sky? It's a Crystal Skyridge card. We got Expedition Holos. I think you're gonna really enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy it because this is a series that has been delayed just a little because of the holidays, but we are back. If you have no idea what this series is about, basically, we are gonna take a look at some rare cards, the centering on the cards, the surface to see if there's any scratches, factory lines, and then in the same video, we're gonna go to Beckett grading services because they're here in my city, and then reveal each card to see if we got the grades correct. So without further ado, bust out your magnifying glasses and basically just pay attention because the first card is a doozy. It is a Crystal Celebi from the set Skyridge. This was actually in a collection of cards that was just sitting for over 2 decades, or probably a little bit less than that now that I'm thinking about it, but sitting for a while. So let's take a look, and I've not seen this card in a while, so let's see if there are any. The first category we'll take a look at is centering, basically how congruent all the sides of the cards are. Specifically on this one, it's a bit tougher, but the yellow border from up there to there to down to there. Now, thing about these types of cards, they were used in conjunction with the e-reader for Game Boy Advance. I personally love this style, especially of the border just being bigger. It's different, it's cool, it has the little lines that are shiny, but centering looks perfect on the front. Taking a look at the back, it does look like it may be a little off from right to left. More blue on that side compared to that side. Not too bad overall on the centering, so let's say a 9.5 for centering surface-wise. Are there any, yeah, welcome to Leonhart a video. Leonhart a video, I'm doing well today, but are there any scratches or factory lines on this one? I don't see any. Well, that's great. Now, the rest of the card is kind of sparkly in some areas, so we'll have to take a look, but looks very, very nice on that end. And then the back, do we see anything that can cause? So surface is a 9.5. I'll just go ahead and say there may find something with it, maybe a 10. We'll be surprised if it's a 10. Now let's move on to corners. The 4 corners of the card, do you see any whitening? No. Let's see, maybe a tad speck right there. Maybe a little thing on the surface right here. A little bit of speck whitening right there. But the corners are great. And you always got to look at the back of the card. In front corners, those look very nice. So I'm just going to say this is going to be getting a 10. A Beckett 10 is extremely hard. Pristine gold label. Don't even get me started on getting a black label, which is the best. Very difficult. I will say for the Celebi Crystal, my prediction is a strong Beckett or BGS 9.5. And that's a great one to have on this one, a Skyridge Crystal, the same set that has the Crystal Charizard in it. So that's the first card. Next one I pulled myself, and I thought, let's get it graded. Yep, it has a beautiful swirl on the left side of the card. I like how that's the first thing I say. A first edition Dark Blastoise from the set Team Rocket. And let's take a look. Went right into the sleeve, haven't taken it out until now. Centering wise, maybe a tad more yellow on top compared to other sides, but that's still very nice on that end. Same thing would go on this side. We'll go to the corner since we're on the back. Maybe a speck of whitening down right there. That side's good, that side's good, that side's good. Wow, I'm very impressed. Maybe a speck of whitening. No, wait, I can't tell if that's... Well, I think that's on the surface, so we'll go ahead and start with the surface now. I don't think I saw any factory lines or scratches on this bad boy, so Very, very nice. And then there's like sides of the cards as well to look out for. So I'm gonna say this gets a 9.5 for my prediction, a BGS 9.5 for the first edition Team Rocket. I'll go into population report, which means basically how many of these cards are out in the wild pending each grade. I think there's probably at least a 10 or something. No black labels or anything. So that's my prediction for the Blastoise, BGS 9.5. Next up is a doozy. Now you're gonna think, Leonhart, it's just a Skarmory, but it's a Expedition Holo Skarmory, and most importantly, has a extreme low population, specifically of, you're seeing it, look how much holofoil is on this card. The chances of it getting scratched, dinged, factory lines is high, so this card in great condition is very, very difficult to come by. So I'm gonna gently take this one out, take a look, and let's see. Centering wise, it's looks perfect centering wise. That's on the corner of the card. Okay, that came off. Phew! So big thing is taking a look at the surface. Y'all see anything? Y'all see any factory lines? Any scratches? No, I don't see any. We're good to go. And now let's quickly take a look at the back. I will get it in focus for y'all just so we can take a look at centering. So centering looks fairly nice. Give it like a 9.5 for centering. Unfortunately, there is a little whitening here at the top left. Not gonna mess with that too much. So otherwise, the other corners. Look at the other corners of the card. That looks great. So I'll give this still a strong Beckett 9.5. So my prediction for Skarmory from Expedition is a BGS 9.5, which would be fantastic. Next up is Skyridge in a lovely Magneton holographic for ya. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy out. I did pull this from a Skyridge pack. Video was actually fairly recently. I think it was like the New Year's video. Centering on the front looks great. That's what I love about these cards. Centering on the back looks great. Wow, 9.5 for that. What's going on over here? You see it's kind of like, I'm not gonna mess with that too much. Maybe a little bit whitening at the top right. Otherwise, no surface marks. Not too much room for scratches on this card, which is nice. And it's a very cool looking card as well. So for this one, I'm still gonna give it maybe like a lower end BGS 9.5 for the Magneton from Skyridge. We got a lot today. Next up is Raichu, Expedition Holographic. So let's take this guy out. Also pull the rest of them. I think I pulled all of the rest of them on the channel. So from the past several videos. Centering wise, I mean, these look great. Back, maybe a tad off center from that side to that side, but still, I would give it a nice 9.5 for the centering wise. Other than that, let's take a look at the corners of this guy. What do y'all see? Wow. Other than maybe a little bit of whitening at the top left, very, very small. I'm gonna give this a strong 9.5 for the BGS Raichu. That didn't make sense. BGS 9.5 for the Raichu. Now we have another holographic in Ferros. In this one, let's take a look. Now, obviously, the centering for these is you're kind of in luck, at least on the front side. Maybe a tad off on centering from right to left, it seems. Maybe a little whitening right over here on the right. Just leave that up a bit longer for y'all if you want to take a zoom in with your videos or take a closer look on all of that. I don't think there's any factory lines or scratches on this one. So for this one, I'm going to give this one a strong BGS 9.5 for the Ampharos. Next up, it's that zany, but you gotta love him, Swirl! And a Dugtrio holographic. Also from Expedition. Just these cards do look beautiful with that holofoil in the background. I don't see any factory lines or scratches on this one. Centering is centering. Centering is a little off on the back, but not too much like I said before. Whitening maybe a little speck bottom left, maybe a little speck top right, but for the most part, again, am I saying BGS 9.5 for all of these? I think I am. All right, BGS 9.5 for the Dugtrio. Then we have a beautiful Poliwrath, Skyridge. where the bird is the word in the top left. He's pissed off at the bird. Let's take a look. Centering looks nice. No factory lines. Ooh, there is a swirl at the top. Very nice. Centering. Centering is about as the other ones, but still very, very nice. I don't see any whitening on this one. Golly gee, I don't see no whitening. I can give it a 10. Like, I want to give this a 10. Maybe we'll be surprised. So, I want to be optimistic, I know, but I'll just go with a BGS 9.5, but a strong one. For the Polyrath, Sky Ridge Holo. How many we got left? One more! A reverse Mew. The only reverse I'm doing for now, but it's Mew. Very, very, one of the top cards you can pull from Expedition. Choking my emotions. Centering looks nice. Any scratches? Lots of room for scratches on this one. You know? Oh no! Can y'all see that? It's kind of glistening in the light. Up there. Holofoil bleed. Just how it happens with some cards, older cards. Take a look at the back. Fortunately, centering is perfect. A little bit of whitening at the bottom left right here. So, I'm still gonna give this a 9.5, a lower end 9.5. So, all my predictions were BGS 9.5s. Hopefully you at home wrote your predictions down. It was a lot more than usual. But it is time to go to Beckett. And we are back in the studio. Right here are the grades, the results on this Guess That grade. We had a lot of cards, like 9 cards today, but we are gonna find out the results of that Mew, the Sky Ridge Holos, all of the Expedition holographic cards that we have been pulling on the channel. They're all on the inside of this thing, and we made the predictions in the first part. But if you're skipping, go watch the first part so you can make your predictions and hopefully give yourself some pats on the back if you get the right ones. But here we go. Without further ado, let's get into it. Don't wanna, oh, that is jam-packed. All right. I'm looking at it from the screen so we don't. What is this first card? In no particular order. Alrighty then, the Expedition Doug Trio holographic. I believe I just gave all of the cards a 9.5 for my prediction, so let us see. A 9.5! And almost a true 9.5! Look at that! 9.5s! All around except the centering, which we'll take a look at. So, just so you can take a look at that beauty in all of its splendor, a BGS Gem Mint 9.5. Let's take a look at the centering. I can see how, one, the centering can be difficult to do for cards like the E-Series cards with the borders like that, but there may be just a tad bit more, I would say yellow compared to that side, just because if you can look close enough, well, I guess you can kind of see it. See how there's like the little yellow of the actual card itself, and then the border yellow. That makes it a certain size compared to the full size of that one. It's weird. It's weird. But I don't know if that qualifies for a 9 centering, so let's take a look at the back. It may be easier to tell. Honestly, I probably could regrade this one to get it a 9.5, but it wouldn't change the score. So I shall leave this one, but what y'all can do at home is if you really want me to get these regraded, let me know in the comment section, because then I will take a look. So this one got a 9.5. That's what we predicted. Very, very nice, strong start. But what is the next one? Oh, is this the Sky Ridge Magneton holographic? Well, I said 9.5, so without further ado, a 9? And the corner's got an 8.5? What? I am flabbergasted right now. Let's take a look. Obviously, you gotta really take a look at the back, so taking a look at what qualifies as an 8.5. So right here, I guess you, oh man, that's so unfortunate. So right there, you can kind of tell how the card was just printed. There's more of the card stock on the top, so it's not a full curve, is what I believe is what happened, and you can kind of see it right there as well. That's so unfortunate because, and maybe a little bit whitening right there. And the bottom doesn't look like it's cut in any, maybe a certain way, maybe right there. Okay, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Cause look at that. Look at the, oh, sorry, it's not in focus. Look at the rest of the scores for this card. And I'll zoom in again and go out of focus. I said don't go out of focus. Okay, it's not wanting to, so we're just gonna stick it like that way. So it's 9.5s all the way around. If that was a 9, that would be bumped up to a 9.5. So this technically could be regraded if we want to try to get just a 9, which could happen. But I don't know. You can let me know your thoughts. But this is a Skyridge Magneton. And as far as population reports, they will have been on screen as well as approximate price per each of these cards. So there we go. Little upset about that one, but then again, I mean, hopefully I pointed that out in the first part because this is several days later. What do we got next? Oh, the Ampharos Expedition Holo. 9.5, let's see ya. A 9.5, pats on back. And once again, this got 9.5s all around except for the corners. Let's see if this will actually, there we go, thank you. So all of it 9.5s except for the corners. So we'll take a quick look at the front corners, but usually it's just the back tells all. So a little bit of whitening right there. A little bit of whitening down there, I guess you can say. And maybe some down there. I'm not really sure, maybe not. So otherwise, everything else for the Ampharos Expedition holographic card came back 9.5. So this is still a fantastic score in grade, a BGS 9.5 for the Ampharos. Hopefully y'all at home have been getting right. But really with these scores, it's really, ooh, this one's coming out of the, it's coming out of the back. All right, it's really down to the details of the card. Ooh, this is a fun one. So this is a Skarmory, a very, very difficult card to grade. We would be very, very happy with my prediction of a 9.5. So let us see for the Skarmory, a 9. And oh my God, we were so close to a 9.5. Expedition Holo Skarmory comes in at a BGS Mint 9. The centering and corners, both of those got 9s. The surface and edges got 9.5s, which seems to be the case usually. So let's take a look at the corners first, just because we're zoomed in. I don't see any type of factory kind of weirdness on that side. There is some whitening right there on that side. What do we got down here? Looks fine. And a little bit of whitening on there. Does that qualify as a 9? I mean, I'd rather them be more harsh, to be completely honest. So you could say, but I've seen some stuff that's been a lot worse condition get a 9.5. Excuse me, I just burped. Centering wise, I guess maybe there's less border on this side compared to that side of the yellow part. I don't know if that qualifies as a 9 though, especially the back. Let's take a look. Maybe a bit more blue down here compared to up there. But once again, should that have gotten a 9 for centering? I would love to know y'all's opinion as always. For the Expedition Skarmory, very happy about the surface though. Would have liked some 10s on some of these because that's something I haven't really looked at, is the other ones with the 9.5s. I really like, you know, when it comes to before we move on, when it comes to, you know, I haven't really checked the edges and surface much because I'm happy with the 9.5s. That's kind of what I thought. I would have liked some 10s on some of these, especially for them all being pack fresh pulls. But that's just kind of how the game is played. So let us continue with the Raichu, one of my favorite Expedition Holos. A Raichu Expedition Holo 9.5. 9.5! Pats on the back for this one. Centering got a 9, and this time the corners are finally a 9.5. So while we're here, let's take a look at the centering. Honestly, maybe a bit more yellow up there compared to here. It's so weird with these cards because of the extra yellowness, or at least yellow of the picture of the card, I guess you can say. So I guess really take a look at the yellow down there compared to up there, and that looks perfect, to be completely honest. Unless they're counting this whole side as off center because of the E-Series stuff, but the back usually, like I said, tells all. And guys, this looks fantastic centering wise. I think this should easily be a 9.5 for centering. I really do, but it's not going to change the score. As you were seeing, 9.5 for the edges, surface, and corners. Once again, would have liked a 10 on some of these, but I'll take what I can get. Very, very happy with a Gem Mint 9.5 for the Raichu. I think we got like maybe 3 or 4 left. Next up is, ooh, a fun one! First edition Dark Blastoise holographic. Do we have a 9.5? A 9? No, my heart can only take so many 9s, which is still a great score. Wow, once again, so close to getting that 9.5. Centering, 9. Corners, 9. Centering, I do agree with you. It should be a 9. More yellow up there compared to there and there, so that's fine without even looking at the... Okay, we'll look at the back. Centering is about the same on the back, but a bit better. Is the card, like, slanted in there? It kind of looks like it's slanted, like, this way, going diagonally that way. I don't know, maybe I'm just going crazy. Yeah, there's, like, more room up there to there. So that would have been nicer to have it been there a bit nicer. But the swirl on the card will make me look the other way. Corners got a 9. Let's just take a look at the back as far as corners go. Maybe a little whitening on that corner. Looks fine. Looks fine. Whitening, yeah, there's a little ding right there. So I can see that as a 9. Unfortunate. This may not even regrade one, but it is nice. Sorry, it's not in focus. It is nice. It is a first edition Dark Blastoise that we pulled on the channel, and I wanted to get this one graded, and it still is a very nice score at a BGS 9. All right, how many we got left? Like 3 left. Wow. All right. Ooh, another big one. Actually, I think the rest of them are all big ones. Maybe. Reverse rare holographic Mew from Expedition. I don't know if I said this one should get a strong 9.5 or whatnot, but hopefully a 9.5. My heart! Another 9, and once again! We are so close to a 9.5! Hit or miss, but let's see if it's really close or not. So the centering got a 9.5, edges, which all the edges have been getting 9.5s. The surface got a 9 in the corners. So something is wrong with the surface. It may be right there. Can y'all see that? I'll zoom in. I mean, you can kind of see it even without even. Where is it? Right here, under the N of count. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it there. Right there. See that? Under the N of count, maybe that has something to do with it. I mean, there's clearly a lot of stuff that could be, that we may not be seeing. That's unfortunate, but corners wise, I will zoom in again, just so we can take a look. Looks fine. Fine. Whitening right there. There's some whitening and some whitening right there. No! I loved you! You were the chosen one! Mew? Well, it still looks beautiful. Great card. And it got a BGS 9. How many we got left? 2 left? I believe at this point it's the Crystal Celebi and the Poliwrath Skyridge. And it's the Crystal Celebi. Big, big, big one. 3 bigs. 9.5? Another 9! Oh, my heart! Oh, and it's so close. These are all so close. Oh, this guy, well, look at the scores. 9.5, okay, don't focus on it. 9.5s in the corners and surface got 9s. A card like this, with how much holofoil is everywhere. Look at that, everywhere. There's bound to be something. But the corners we can take a look at for sure. Looks good, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. This corner. Maybe a little bit of whitening right there. What do we got here? Looks good. A little bit of whitening there. And looks good. Corners may be something we can try to get a 9.5 on. But, you know, I don't know. It's still a gorgeous, gorgeous crystal Celebi from Skyridge. Coming at a 9.5 I think could have easily been the corners of 9.5. So this would have been a BGS 9.5, but you get what you can get. So it goes nice. The silver with that, I will say that. Yay, being optimistic and positive. So there we go. Crystal Celebi from Skyridge, still a very big heavy hitter in great condition too. Now, I believe we are down to the final card. This is the Skyridge Polyrath, which I am now remembering. I think there was part of the... No, that was in a base set 2 opening I'm thinking about. Never mind. 9.5 and a 9.5! Thank you! I couldn't take another 9! This time the centering got a 9! We did not get one true 9.5, which is 9.5s all around, but look at that beautiful Polyrath holo from Skyridge. Centering is what we will take a look at mainly. Honestly, maybe a little bit more yellow at the top compared to the right side, I would say. And on this side, this would be, what's it called? Centering looks very, very nice on this side, guys. I think the centering looks very nice on the back of this one. So, I don't know. I'll say, okay, I think this could get a 9.5 for centering. But I will let that be up to you, Heart Squad, to let me know. Out of all of these cards that we did today, let me know what you think we should get regraded or what not. I mean, I don't know. By the way, I completely didn't notice that until now. This says French. 2002 Expedition French Reverse Foil Mew. Parlez-vous ma français? But I believe this is an English one. I mean, I literally pulled this the other day from an Expedition English pack. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we may have an error on our hands, labeling wise. That makes this super, super rare. I don't know, I may either get that fixed or just leave it and maybe somebody wants to buy this. I don't know, but I think that's hilarious actually. So, a French Mew. He's part of the world. So, all right. Besides that, thank y'all so much for watching Guess That Grade. More videos to come, but in the meantime, click on those right now. My name is Leonhart. Stay awesome, stay positive, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.